And I remember that after exchanging a few phone calls once he got there, and then even fewer text messages, he changed his number and hasn't called me back since. That's when the real pain starts. So I try to think about how I'm going back to New York in 2 weeks with a savings account full of money, which means I won't have to work at the entertainment law firm anymore. A relief, since the place would no doubt remind me of the man I met there. Instead, I can focus on my classes and getting the kinds of internships that will help me get into law school. If, of course, that's still what I'm going to do. The idea has been sounding worse and worse to me lately, although I haven't mentioned it to my parents. Since they've shown absolutely no interest in me, I've chosen not to bring it up, and they haven't either. Works for me. Surprisingly, both of their cars are in the driveway when I pull up to our house in Redmond. Despite the fact that I grew up here, it's never totally felt like home. For one thing, it's huge, far too big for just 3 people. With 6 bedrooms sitting on 3 acres of lush forest, it's more like a museum than a home. My mother has stocked it with priceless antiques, and the immaculate white carpet has never seen a shoe, much less a dropped backpack or spilled snacks. Everything has its place, but none of those places ever seem to fit me. Let's just put it this way. When I saw Beauty and the Beast, I felt for the Beast, not Belle. I understood why he was such a dick locked up in the big castle. The guy was lonely. Layla? My dad's deep voice echoes through the long hallway when I enter the house. I remove my shoes and carefully place them in the hallway closet, then pad into the kitchen, where I find him and my mother sitting together at the marble-topped island, both of them holding their favorite drinks, scotch on the rocks for my dad, dry white wine for my mom. It wouldn't be such a strange sight if it weren't 4 p.m. My parents like their cocktails, but they aren't exactly lushes. They'll usually wait until at least 5 to break out the alcohol. Sit down, Layla, my dad orders, his thick Brazilian accent more pronounced than usual. I slide onto a stool across from them at the island. At first glance, they don't look any different than normal. I suspect that Mom has occasionally taken advantage of the fact that her husband owns a successful cosmetic surgery practice. Her glossy exterior never seems to change, while the rest of my friends' parents have all gotten older. She's still the same bottle-blonde, white-toothed, blue-eyed ingenue she's always been, despite having celebrated her 42nd birthday last month. Same tasteful blue sundress, same mid-height pumps, same pearl necklace and solitaire ring. Dad's slightly more olive-toned skin shows his age a bit more, and his thick black hair is shot through with silver on the sides. He wears one of his many starched button-down shirts and shiny leather loafers. On his wrist is one of the tastefully expensive watches he gets for Christmas from his wife. But unlike my mother's blasé sweetness, my father is always stern. Sergio Bajos never, ever smiles. That, more than the fact that he has over 15 years on her, is why he has more wrinkles than his wife. His forehead is always puckered when he frowns. Today, they both look a little more their ages than usual. Dad really does look 58, and Mom really does look 42, mostly because their faces are shot through with something different. Sadness, maybe? Dread? I grip the edge of the counter, already bracing myself for something. What's up? Mom takes a long drink of wine. Her tennis bracelet clinks against the glass. We waited as long as we could, Dad says. Your mother and I. We wanted to give you one last summer here before... Well, it's time. My gaze ping-pongs between them. Time for what? Your mother and I have decided we will no longer live together. Silence drops on the table like an anvil, while his words echo around the big house. In here, everything has its place.